everyone. Thanks for joining us on Fox 23 News. The Bulldogs moved up in the polls this week for the third straight week after topping Cincinnati, and tomorrow they'll take on the Wofford Terriers, a team who won 20 games during the 2017-18 campaign. So it's back-to-back difficult matchups for the Dogs, and Coach Howland spoke about how his team prepares for that type of schedule.
Well, the bottom line is it's preparing us for what's the most important, which is the SEC. Every night the SEC is going to be a monster. I mean, there are no breaks. Every game is difficult. So that's kind of what we're Clemson, Cincinnati, Wofford. I mean, it's hard. Every game is tough. And this is really what, the non-conferences prepare you for what you're going to see in your conference. And our conference is incredibly competitive and talented and tough.
With its second top 10 matchup of the season looming, the Mississippi State women found themselves on the rise in the national polls, checking in at number 4 in the USA Today coaches poll, up one spot from last week, while the Dogs remained at number 4 in the AP poll. MSU downed Southern Miss in their only game last week, and they'll continue that 3-game road trip tonight as they're out west taking on the 7th-ranked Oregon. You can tune in on ESPN2. Well, with under 2 months until baseball season opening, Mississippi State earned their first preseason ranking, coming in at number 27. This comes after a 2018 season that saw 21 come-from-behind victories, 7 walk-off wins, and a run in the College World Series. This season will feature the opening of a new Dudy Noble Field and the beginning of the Chris Lemonis coaching era. The season officially opens February 15th as the Dogs host Youngstown State. National Signing Day takes place tomorrow as the Bulldogs seek a top 25 recruiting class in Joe Moorhead's first cycle as a head coach. With the early signing period looming, Coach was asked if it's more difficult to prepare for the upcoming bowl game.
I wouldn't say harder. It's really about time management, organization, and kind of compartmentalizing things where you're devoting some of your time during the day to game preparation and film review. And then the other part to making sure that everything's on point for the recruiting plan. So I would say more difficult, just you got to be a little more organized.
Well, heading into Monday night's divisional matchup against the Panthers, Drew Brees and the Saints already had the NFC South locked up. But home field advantage throughout the playoffs still up for grabs, and after the Rams' loss on Sunday, it was there for the taking. And while it wasn't pretty, the Saints would take it. New Orleans only scoring 12 points, but the defense turning in their best performance of the season, holding Carolina to just 9 points. The Saints would harass Cam Newton all night, limiting him to just 131 yards, passing while also sacking him 4 times and picking him off once. The Saints now have the best record in the NFL at 12-2 and sit in the driver's seat for the top seed and home field advantage throughout the postseason.
Bottom line is, you go on the road in the division, especially Monday Night Football, against a team that has a ton to play for, right? They're still fighting for a playoff spot, and you know it's going to be a battle. And bottom line is, do you make the plays at the end of the game to win the game, right? Defensively, we did, absolutely.
Proud of our defense. I thought they were outstanding, and it's tough to win a division game on the road, and we were able to do that.
The Saints really love to blast that music in the locker room after.
Yeah, I saw that. Man, it would. Great game.
Yeah, and not the Saints' offense high-scoring numbers we're used to, but the defense took care of things, and it's a good game.
Only wish Kamara didn't do as well.
What did it ruin your?
It ruined my fantasy season.
Oh, mine was ruined months ago. So.
Yeah, you only
I don't
won
feel
2
bad.
games this year.
No, I think I won 3 actually.